Thank you very much for your invitation. Well, Honorable Chairman Walsh and other distinguished panelists and audiences, I'm Hyun Yoon, Chairman of Foreign Affairs and Unification Committee of South Korea's National Assembly. And it's been 4 months since the initial confirmed case of the novel coronavirus was reported in Wuhan, Hubei province, China last December. It took only 4 months for COVID-19 to hurt a whopping number of people and the economy. As of this 22nd, the number of confirmed coronavirus cases has reached 2.52 million, and the global coronavirus death toll stands at more than 170,000 people. It is unfortunate that there is no improvement in this situation where the daily new cases are reaching almost 100,000. What's worse is COVID-19 is posing great threats to the global economy. IMF predicted that the pandemic of coronavirus will cause $9 trillion of economic losses globally. It also lowered the global growth by 6.3 percentage point to a negative 3 percentage point, hinting the worst economic recession since the Great Depression. The first wave of the new coronavirus struck South Korea. South Korea saw its first confirmed COVID-19 case at the end of this January, and the number of infections has much more rapidly increased than other countries that banned the entry of the Chinese, such as the United States, Japan, and Australia. It well explained that South Korea had once ranked the second in terms of total number of confirmed cases following China. Mercifully, South Korea has learned from the 2015 outbreak of MERS, Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, reorganized its disease control system and geared up against a new virus. The primary healthcare providers treated and took a great care of patients, faithfully following a well-organized guideline. Not only that, our exemplary citizens carried out strict social distancing measures, such as wearing a facial mask. The control towers for disinfection could work more efficiently as unified, centering on South Korea's Korea Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The system tracking and controlling the overseas entrance built during the MERS outbreak have been working well. In collaboration with small and medium-sized enterprises in South Korea's major companies, including Samsung Electronics, could dramatically increase the production of facial masks. Above all, our medical staff, who devoted themselves to combat the virus at the forefront, deserve all the credit. Thanks to their noble efforts, South Korea shows clear signs of slowdown in new virus cases, reporting a daily increase of around 10 for the 5th day in a row. However, the biggest concerns deal with other countries still waging war against COVID-19. In particular, some marginalized countries are in a grave situation that requires more active support from the international society. North Korea, Iran, Venezuela, Cuba, and Syria could be included, as they are in the blind spot between disinfection and economic sanctions. We need to provide more targeted support and humanitarian aid for those in desperate need. The United States announced that humanitarian trade with these countries are temporarily excluded from the sanctions list due to the worldwide spread of pandemic. South Korea, at an urgent request of Iran, opened a presentation meeting regarding humanitarian trades and introduced 27 Korean companies related to this industry, including test kits manufacturers. North Korea is another exception. We need to consider providing North Korea with humanitarian medical support, as its poor medical conditions make its people more vulnerable to the new coronavirus. Humanitarian aid is necessary for them to keep the virus from spreading. It's the time to build an inter-Korean cooperative system for the prevention of the spread of the pandemic and consider dispatching a medical team to the vulnerable communities in North Korea. The world is now fighting a common enemy, COVID-19. However, not all countries have necessary conditions or capacity to combat this novel virus. In order to minimize the damages predicted to surpass the scale of the Great Depression, the entire world needs to exert a concerted effort to eradicate the new coronavirus. Some advanced countries can slow down the spread of COVID-19. However, a reinfection could be a question of time if this virus lingers on in poor countries. This is why all countries in the world should cooperate with each other, regardless, regardless of religion, politics, and nationality, to completely eradicate COVID-19. South Korea will spare no effort to share our medical technologies and know-how in disinfection with global society as an exemplary member of the world, which went through the virus beforehand. If the world gathers all the strength, succeeds in preventing the spread, expedite the development of vaccine, and eradicate COVID-19 earlier, I'm sure that a pan-global prevention system can be made to effectively to deal with another pandemic issue in the future. We can lay a foundation for the post-corona era to deal with a bunch of future issues in the areas of economy, industry, education, health, and security with a concerted effort. COVID-19 is a calamity, but this is also a turning point toward a new era at the same time. All countries will get to experience wisdom accumulated for centuries and finally overcome this crisis. I sincerely hope that the world will open a new renaissance where innovations make the leap into the better future. Thank you.